Yo, yo, yo. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I had to go to the toilet. But in this video, not video, stream. Oh, where's this jump ahead button? Gives the intro. Interesting.
With the recent release of Ultrakill.
So yeah, we're just gonna learn about the new lore in Fraud.
With the recent release of Ultrakill's
that I haven't fucking figured out. Just
new settle levels in layer 8 frames per second, came of course new content, new enemies.
God, fucking the frames are bad. It's so unoptimized. It's so unoptimized.
What the fuck is that? A new animation for the enraged enemies, and also motion sickness. A lot of motion sickness. This is actually one of the few times I can say that a game has actually made my brain hurt. But while the new enemies and level design was fun and all, what I was really looking forward to in Fraud was the lore. Oh boy, there's a lot here to chew on. But first, I want to thank everyone in the past few months that helped me this small channel grow as we now reach 500 subs. Thank you.
Yeah,
I couldn't have done it without you guys. But yeah, no, you want the lore, no, you want the lore. So in this video, I'll be covering all that I found in terms of lore in the new layer, and while also adding a few of my own interpretations and speculations. Let's get to it. The first and most obvious new piece of lore comes in the form of the Providence. After the little stunt Gabriel pulled in the ending of Act 2, Heaven has now been once again thrown into disarray. Civil unrest and the likes. Being the faster of the lesser angels, they have been sent into hell, being to bring Gabriel back to heaven. And because this task is so urgent, they actually have been allowed to keep their eyesight when venturing into hell. Unlike the virtues, which we know to possess multiple eyes, but in hell, these eyes have been removed or just plain hidden. We know the angels have sworn an oath to the Father that they will rid themselves of their eyesight when they venture into hell. Which seems like a prominent...
Yeah, because like, the only things to have eyes, I'm pretty sure if I recall, is hell. Right?
Theme in Ultrakill, as the many husk demons and the whatnot seldom possess any distinctive eyes. For now, we can only speculate why. The Providence entry talks of an incident in the distant past. Now, this is more of a speculation on my part, so this could be incorrect at a later date, but I believe this incident was the one we read about in Ra's secret level, where Lucifer, after seeing hell's punishment, questions the Father about the eternal suffering of sinners in hell, in which by fear the Father also cast Lucifer into it. After this incident, I believe the Father made the rest of the angels swear to be blind when entering to hell, so maybe they don't see the mistake he has made by creating it. Next, we come across this ominous statue with the title below as the creation of the Tree of Life.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I saw the God one, but I never saw that. Well, I saw the fucking statue, but I never saw.
Aliens, we learn more about the Tree of Life, such as how the angels use the cross to represent it, and their appearance, or I may say appearances, in 7-3 as literal red trees. And in 7-4 where they... Wait, what the hell? Where is he? And in 7-4 where they physically restrain the Earth Mover in place. This is more of my own idea, but I believe the circulatory system in every being in Ultrakill is part of the Tree of Life.
That would make sense.
Text in 7-1. However, I have
because
no idea what...
blood is the fruit of the... Blood is the... That... No. The... Something of the Tree of Life.
This can mean in relation to the lion statue. However, the symbol comes from 16th century alchemy, wherein a green lion devours the sun, the lion representing vitriol, a green substance which comes about by mixing iron and sulfuric acid.
Alchemy is very... It's important to Ultrakill because all the skulls, when I say all, I mean the two skulls during Ultrakill, represent something to do with alchemy. With... I know blue's mercury, I don't know what red is, I can't remember. It's like... No, black's ash. Not ash, because ash is the black one in Purgatorio. And orange is brimstone in Purgatorio. I don't know what fucking red is. Is it smoke? I don't know.
Which is particularly useful in alchemy, as sulfuric acid can melt many things, except for gold, which in alchemy represents the purity of the soul. The green lion could also represent nature and how it feeds on the sun to grow. Now, in the context of the game, I can only speculate to what this could possibly mean. I think the lion represents the Tree of Life, more so as the beings that are product of humans, machines, and to some extent hell itself, all of which have free will, and because we know the guild of the creation of hell consumed the Father.
Okay.
And that the creation of free will through the fruit of the tree of life eventually overwhelmed him. Next up, we have to come across the great portrait of the archangels, 5 of them. Michael, God's wisdom, which probably has my favorite design, honestly.
Yeah, Michael looks sick.
God's strength. Gabriel, God's will. The missing one. And Phanuel, God's patience. Now, the whole aspects of the Father, things like his strength, wisdom, patience, actually reminds me of the Sephiroth in Jewish mysticism.
Is that not the fucking... Is that not Evangelion? Is that not the fucking... Sunken Scrolls? Is that not the fucking... Is that not... Then the Dead Sea Scroll. Is that not this? Wait, is that legitimately it? Prophecy left leg. I mean, it's upside down. Fucking, I don't know.
Which I will also add is called the Tree of Life. Take this with a grain of salt, as I'm not the most well-versed person in this topic, but the Sephiroth actually represents the different ways God manifests itself. It also represents the 10 faculties of the soul or the 10 forces of nature, so it's possible that the archangels each represent a part of the Father, meaning that there could be more.
And Sephiroth don't match all the angels' titles, but I still think
that feels redundant. So let's focus on the missing one. The missing one could very well be many of the archangels fall around the Abrahamic religions. There is like literally no shortage of them. I heard people say it's Uriel, saying he's God's fire, and well, the fire is gone, God is gone, and it makes sense. And while that's cool and all, I think that the missing one is Lucifer.
Yeah, it's definitely
the
gotta be
same Lucifer that the Father banished into hell. And I mentioned this, but Lucifer means lightbringer in Latin. That could possibly represent the Father's light, which has been mentioned before in the ending cutscene of Act 1. I could dive so much more deeply into this, but I feel that warrants its own video. Speaking of the Father, we finally get a face reveal near the end of the first half of the first level. He marvels at the earth in his fingertip while holding a hammer and chisel. It's like the representation of the Father marveling at its finished creation of Earth. Honestly, he's a lot more melty than I expected, and that's about the only things I found in 8-1.
Not really.
Level, I probably may have missed
not what I would not I expected.
So if you do notice something, do let me know.
Because if he was trying to make Ben and his image, he really fucked up.
And while you're at it, give the video a like and a sub. It helps me out a ton. What I first noticed when exploring through the level was that if you touch the ceiling, you see a speeder and yourself on a stage. Now I will come back to this later when we reach the final level.
I discovered this.
What next caught my attention was the different machine operating systems that we learn about further in the offices. These are of course blood powered, meaning that the computers in Ultrakill are basically vampires. Smile OS 1.0 is the earliest of the operating systems and can be sustained by the blood of a single thing, without much effect on the donor. However, its age makes it difficult to program for and it's awkward to use. It's used on various simple machinery in the surface and in hell too, such as the elevators, the trains, the security locks, etc.
Oh, okay.
Because of its minimal resource demands, it was used whenever possible to minimize blood use. Smile OS 2.0 is the more advanced.
Well, okay, Smile OS is definitely what the terminals use. We know that because we fucking see it. Just get on with it, mate.
Smile OS 2.0 is more advanced than its predecessor and is used for the more advanced machinery that has little autonomy, such as the terminals. Because it is more powerful, it requires more blood, and thus multiple individuals are needed to sustain its periodic refueling requirements. Unlike its older sibling, it can handle multiple tasks at once and is easier to use. However, its constant need of refueling made it limited during the new piece, so much so that permits were required for its use. Nocturnal OS, as I like to call it, needs a fuck ton of blood, therefore making it unsustainable as the harvesting of living beings is necessary for its operation. However, this insane amount of resource requirements allows any machine operating it to become self-adaptive, and as such its limits are unknown. which I'll probably add is the closest humanity has come in Ultrakill to creating sentient life. And that's if you don't consider robots truly sentient. This system was likely used for war machines, and it was certainly used for the player character, E1. As evidenced by how the title screen uses the same color scheme as its icon right here.
Oh,
it's
no,
that the presentation here was used by humans on the surface to educate others about the different operating systems that the machines use, and also to never use the Nocturnal OS ever again. Speaking of the new piece, the text we find thereafter...
They clearly did not care about that because they definitely made more machines with Nocturnal OS. Is gamer guy H or M? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, I can make the poll.
It gives us some first-hand insight into the new piece and the rebuilding of Earth. More particularly, there's a mention of 15H-KUR, which was a possible idea of another Earth mover. The numbers, if interpreted as letters, can spell out the word Ishkur, which is the Mesopotamian deity of storms and thunder. It's in this level where we're introduced to the Death Catcher. The terminal describes someone or something watching the formation of the idols. This entity is likely hell itself.
Yeah, that's definitely hell.
To replicate the idol, but the malice of the entity seeped into the creation and it violently burst out of their shells, unable to contain it. It cannot defend others, and in its vain attempt to do so, only brings back life to those who are already gone. Which honestly, I find kinda sad. I feel sorry for the Death Catcher. We should put it instantly out of its misery. Literally in the next room after, we felt the calmest place to take a shit. Jarvis, give me that one song from 2020.
I found that toilet randomly when I was trying to P-rank that level. It was wonky. That was funny. How do I make a poll? Here it is. What's your fucking question? You want to see something funny? Look in the mirror. Ha ha! Shut the fuck up.
I also found a strange room with V1 saying,
"Oh, what the fuck?
It's happening again." In which, this time, I throw in the towel. I don't have a single clue as to what this could possibly mean. Maybe it's a reference to something and I just don't know ball.
I never saw that room.
In the supermarket section, we get a glimpse of society, or at least what remained of it after the final war, which surprisingly wasn't the Stone Age, considering the destruction.
Yeah.
They have supermarkets and everything, and the various signs promote a more frugal lifestyle, considering the lack of resources. But nonetheless, it was alive. It actually resembles our society around the 1940s, as evidenced by the cars, which I don't know anything about cars, but I think they look 1940-ish. This only raises more questions about what caused the disappearance or possible extinction of mankind before the game.
Yeah, because in Fraud, it says that Fraud is like basically a fucked up copy of the world during the new piece. So like, yeah, what could have caused humanity to go extinct? Because they look fine.
The final boss of the level, the Mirror Reaper, is a gross amalgamation of various husks that have attained the ability to exist between the real world and reflections. It also lets us draw conclusions as to what happens to the sinners of the fraud layer, as in eventually they become this. However, the fact that this is the only one that has been observed, it's unlikely, and as such, the punishment of the fraudulent remain a mystery. 8-3 seems to be less lore heavy. However, this book we find after finding the two skulls in front of the door seems to point that humans have successfully cloned biological life and are using it as a way to plug the deficit in their food resources. However, what's interesting is the later section of this text, which tells us about the disappearance of a certain Chantel, which points to the disappearance of mankind being more probable than them being wiped out by the machines.
Chantel's an angel, right?
Which seemed to be a popular theory. And honestly, I'm pretty sure there's another book in this level.
No, wait. No, Chantel... Ain't Chantel the first power you fight?
I just couldn't find it, so let's just move on to the final.
Okay, I gotta look this up. Okay, I'm really looking on the wiki. I cannot find it. Oh yeah, the interesting thing about powers is that we saw those statues throughout Limbo. We just thought they were just wrecked statues of Gabriel, but no, they were just powers. I find very interesting. Okay, I cannot find it. It's not on the wiki, bro. No, it's Mandel.
Level, which is actually the shortest of the bunch, the fight with Geryon, which is a creature from Greek myth that appeared in Dante's Inferno, and it helps Dante and Virgil traverse deep into the fraud layer of hell. In Ultrakill, Geryon was created by himself as a mask with multiple consciousnesses. Try saying that 3 times fast. Consciousnesses. All of which, despite being unable to communicate with each other, work seamlessly and efficiently at hunting down the sinners of fraud, despite the many flaws of its body. The Terminal mentions the theory that Geryon's development might stem from a desire to free sinners of their torment by killing them, since death seems like such a rarity in hell. I would also like to mention the ending of the level, where you are transported to a stage. We know of course that hell has a fascination with B1, and uses its fighting capabilities as mere entertainment, and this couldn't be made more clear by the ending of this level. You are literally in a stage.
Yeah, the theater is so cool.
Entire layer, as evidenced by the very same stage being present in the second and third level of fraud.
No, they're on all levels.
And also the distant clapping you hear in the first level.
And you can hear the clapping in all levels as well. Just gotta know where to look.
V1 is a puppet, an object of amusement, the star actor of this play, and who knows what'll happen to it once it's no longer fun. And that's all I could find in terms of lore and fraud. It is certainly possible I missed a few things here and there, and if that's the case, do let me know. I would also love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Thank you all, and take care.
Hey, so as I'm editing this, I forgot completely to mention one of the most noticeable things in this layer, the powers. So, I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, better.
Powers are greater angels that are the most numerous of the followers of the Archangel Gabriel. They seem to be incomplete forms of archangels and are ashamed of that fact, and as such, to appear what they aspire to be, they vainly use part of their energy to carrying around a useless golden arm. And of course, these have the same mission as the Providences, to bring back Gabriel to heaven. Okay, now with that, the video is truly over. Go do whatever it is that you do.
I feel like...
Okay, so this video is going
Sharp Linguini, we'll watch another one. Watch you later. This one.
So, it's finally here, baby. After about 2 years worth of a wait, Ultrakill's latest masterclass in FPS action boomer shooter technology has been revealed. Fraud. Leave me alone!
Yeah, God Fraud was fucking insane. I still have yet to P rank P-3. I just can't do it for the life of me.
And let me tell you, we're gonna rip this thing wide open and guzzle all of its little juicy secrets out like fucking candy. Cause Hakita, you don't know who the fuck you're messing with. I'm the freaking goat. No one the fuck? Wait, hey, how'd you even get in here? Just to preface, this was recorded on about 20 or so hours of no sleep, because I was waiting for the fucking drop. It's out. It's out. I want to click it. Oh my god. And I played on Brutal.
Have fun with that.
I played on Brutal. Okay, stay here. Okay, one sec. I'll be right back. Alright, cool. Okay, we're good. I don't know, it just didn't really sit right with me.
8-1, you mean?
I'm calling it 8-0 in a little bit. But 8-0 to me serves kind of like as the prologue, introducing you mainly to like the mechanics you're going to be dealing with, reality bending, room warping, gravity shit. Okay, you know what?
Okay. 8-1 is going to be how there's the end of with the next to the god statue. Okay.
No, I said I play the game. Can I just explain one thing real quick? Okay, thanks. Okay. Before we get into this, I just want to quickly break down the concept of fraud in the original works of Dante's Inferno. And
please, that'll make my lore short so much easier.
Especially considering I have the damn book.
I have it too.
A massive portion of Dante's Inferno. The Eighth Circle, or Malabulge, I don't know how, I still don't know how to say it, spans 13 damn cantos, which is basically just like chapters for poets or something like that. And there's like, I think 30 something cantos in here, so that's at least a third of the book is dedicated to fraud. And it's always been interesting to me how when you look at it, fraudulence is considered more severe of a sin than something like violence. But this book actually explains it pretty well. The pits of fraud are so vast and large that it's pretty much unknown what the punishment is for people down there. And Dante believes that fraud is a uniquely human sin that requires consciousness, intellect. Because unlike sins like lust or gluttony, fraud requires premeditation, and to use
Dante said he doesn't know what isn't really known what the punishment is mirrored in Ultrakill.
Reason to deceive others is quite a misuse of God's gift to humanity, so I guess that would explain the extensiveness and the intensity of it. Fraud is punished lower than violence because it's just straight up considered more evil. But as we know, Hikita isn't really grounded by the source material itself. He takes from the story, sure, but he always twists it in a way that like kind of is adapted
except for violence, which is just literally just a cut and paste.
And I think he's done a fantastic job of like visualizing fraud's themes and like dynamics into level design and like mechanics, specifically through the use of liminal spaces.
Not liminal, it's called fucking non-Euclidean, buddy.
Funky real quick. Oh, what the fuck? I have to give everyone props who like worked on it though, because like I couldn't even begin to understand how this sort of stuff works or what you have to do. And I heard they had to reprogram the basically the entire game in order to.
That was really the point of Ultra Event.
They wanted to implement in the first place. Like, we're witnessing like actual real innovation in the FPS genre. It's pretty fucking cool. But from a story perspective, we have to remember here, this is hell. Hell itself, the living being. We know it's not only alive, but seemingly intrigued by V1's presence. And so if that's the case, why would hell be showing us this? Dude. Wait, there's like lore. Okay, chill. There's like lore here first off, but also, are we gonna fight Gabriel in this one? It's Gabriel. Not only Gabriel, but it's what's colloquially known as the Four Presences. This directly pulls from the Book of Enoch, which is basically like Enoch DLC for the Bible. Don't worry about it. But in the book, these four aren't just
he's not wrong.
High-ranking echelon. They are the literal representation of God's will. And you might be saying, hey Breezy, you dumb fucking chud. This is based off of Dante's Inferno, not the Book of Enoch. And that's where I say, objection. Sorry, I'm just really psyched that I think I figured this out. Phanuel isn't even in Dante's Inferno. You know where he is?
Enoch?
The Book of Enoch.
Yeah!
He isn't even in the modern Bible, I don't think. Maybe a reference to being like him. He is a deep-cut Enochian pool. It's interesting because on further...
It's cool because Enoch's in... Don't double check. Don't go and beat Enoch right now. You need to watch the fucking video.
Examination. It would seem that these titles are out of order. I don't know if this has to do with the themes of fraud itself, or if Hikita just decided he was going to use his own version, but the Book of...
1 second, guys. Sorry, Mom's asked me if I signed on Google because she's her account's premium.
Enoch isn't even considered.
What was I going to say? because yeah, it might be out of order because he wanted to use because Gabriel screams, I am the something, I'm the will, he says it's the will of God.
Canon by most Jewish or Christian traditions, so, but then again, neither is Dante's Inferno, so, you know what, man, just do whatever you want, it's cool. This first is Michael, the merciful and long-suffering, and the second, who is set over all the diseases and all the wounds of the children of men, is Raphael, and the third, who is set over all the powers, is Gabriel, and the fourth, who is set over the repentance unto hope of those who inherit eternal life, is named Phanuel. 1 Enoch 49 40-9. Michael is the mercy and the long-suffering. Raphael is the healer of the earth. Gabriel is the one who stands over all of their powers. And Phanuel is the angel of repentance. These
now what about the
four
fifth
are the
one?
inner circle. There's always a specific empty seat at that table. The OG fraud himself, Lucifer.
Bang!
I'm like 99% sure this is Lucifer. Not just because like narratively that would be a really cool full circle moment, but also because in the Enochian like lineup, he's like the fallen angel. He's the one who's missing. He would be the redacted one. I've read it on Reddit. A lot of people assume that the scratched out nameplate is supposed to be God's kindness, but it makes even more sense to me because in the book of Enoch, who was it that criticized God's cruelty? It was the Watchers. The fallen angels. Little fun fact too, the whole entire concept of Satan or Lucifer being like a fallen angel actually comes from the book of Enoch.
Huh.
It's just a super interesting rabbit hole that I don't know if you're interested in that sort of stuff, but like there's so much
I should read Enoch.
not only in religion but just culture as a whole from the book of Enoch. It's insane. Anyways,
but I need to finish.
Do it. So I'm sure
Inferno.
by Hell showing us this,
And Divine
it's
Comedy
essentially making
entirely.
a mockery of the council, because who'd be a greater fraud than those who falsely imposed God's will in his absence? I mean, shit, they're like the ultimate frauds, I guess. And since everything that Hell's showing us is essentially its way of communicating to us, that's what makes
I don't think there's
even more
the council.
eerie.
Oh yeah, and God himself.
Oh my god. Whoa! It's God. I wish I had face cam on at that moment because I can't even begin to describe like the thoughts and emotions that were going through my head. Like,
I'm interesting how I reacted to seeing God.
The coolest lore drops and
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious how I reacted to God. Seeing God, I don't remember how I did it. I'm pretty sure I called him ugly, and then I realized I just called God ugly. Yeah, thanks for giving me literally every single Ultrakill video I've ever posted, except for the one that I want. My dog's sniffing at the door. It'd be this one. Oh my god, I'm literally shaking. Where would it be? Where would it be? It's me looking in the mirror. Here it is. Oh. Dark. Or just like the Mario 64, do I need a BLJ down here? What am I talking about? What is this? What am I looking at? Oh, wait. Oh, could that angel that was scribbled out be the prime soul of thingy? And what's this? What am I looking at? Oh. This is God. Can we get some light in here, please? That didn't help at all. Oh, shit. That's God and all, but a little ugly. Oh, wait, he's got a hammer. Little ugly.
like mastered like tonal control and pacing because he fucking had me by the balls by this part. But yeah, there he is in all his drippy glory. What is that? What is this orb? Is that Earth? God, it's Earth. Whoa.
Like, really loud. It's playing my ears.
Speechless, dude. But not to comment on the fact that, you know, God has a physical form, because that's crazy in of itself. This immediately begs the question, why is Hell showing us this? Is Hell mourning God? Or is it mocking him? I believe that as his creation, Hell holds some sort of reverence for God. Maybe respect isn't really the word I'm looking for, and I don't think it's capable of feeling anything other than hatred and bloodthirst. But it isn't outright disrespecting him either. I think it's literally showing us that while the council
sounds like a little toddler that fucking like he killed me, Bill.
Upstairs falsely acting on behalf of God, the real God has been gone for a long time. So maybe this is some sort of memorial? I don't think so, but I think we're seeing this for a reason. By placing this shrine to God right here in the heart of the lair that's literally dedicated to deception, Hell is exposing the ultimate fraud. Not the Father himself, but the divine will of him and his followers. Wow. What an incredible level for the lore. I mean,
that is crazy.
Rank, but I'm sure it won't be that bad, right? I didn't find a single secret. Whoa, my dragon!
The fake out was cool. Fake out was so cool.
Now you get why I said 8-0. Because if 8-0 is the prologue, then 8-1 is the opening act. Dude, this is like the game design equivalent of when you nut and they keep sucking. I mean, this is the real level.
What the fuck?
Sprawling, infinitely wrapping cityscapes, skyline traversal, a fucking demon dragon. Not only did this level make my brain stutter,
You gotta chill. You gotta stop. I said you gotta stop! I said you gotta stop!
but it also made my fucking PC stutter too.
Yeah, that last section, your computer is not good. You should have seen. I was probably getting 1 frame per second when I played through it.
Frame drops at certain points can be kind of insane, but the level's fun. The fights are dynamic.
He wasn't streaming it is the problem.
It's creative and interactive.
Yeah, the problem is just cool.
Triple idol virtue, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in hell. I'm in hell.
I'm in hell. Oh, he finally figured it out. Took you 8 layers.
That one just straight up hurt, man.
Yeah, 3 idle virtues with the game lagging like shit.
Isn't this where
He came in.
he came in? Oh shit! That's fucking awesome. That's fucking insane.
That is a good ending though.
Oh my god, bro.
Mine was way worse. Mine was like 35 minutes.
I mean, this is like Hell's grand invitation into the lair of fraud. And to be honest, I'm freaking sold, man. So bring it on, Akita. What do you got next?
Alright, let's fucking go.
8-2.
Up, up. Through the mirror. Whoa! Whoa!
He's having way too much fun.
I mean, as soon as you walk in, you're basically symbolically kicked in the balls by the new mechanic, Reflections. Another obvious symbol of deception. You know those TikToks of like people looking away from the mirror and then they like make an evil face or something? I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting off track. 8-2 seems to depict like a post-Final War age of humanity.
New piece.
Like maybe like after they recovered from the Earth Movers. It's one of cooperation, bureaucracy, infrastructure. Just this like complete oversaturation of building.
That's interesting. Like I was thinking last night, what would a fraud look like before the new piece? Like it's based off the new piece. Like what fraud looks like. What the fuck would it look like? I think it would have looked like what Inferno looks like in Dante's Inferno, but that's just my like fucking default answer to everything. So I said about Wrath. That's what I said about just Wrath.
In boardrooms, courtyards, mail rooms, warehouses, and is that a working mirror? Whoa!
This is fucking crazy.
Yo, this is actually one of the coolest things I've seen in a minute.
The Mirror Reaper.
Oh no.
Why are we going horror, man?
Oh, the fucking.
There's something different.
They got a tank jump scare. Like you think you're about to fight the Mirror Reaper.
On its sleeve. It's trying to make its illusion aware to you in subtle, sometimes not so subtle ways. But here in Fraud, this feels professional. It's almost like the set of a movie or something. I mean.
Oh wow, really?
This is almost like real life.
It's like the set of a theater.
Oh, I guess it is just another like facade. But it's important to distinguish that, unlike Limbo, Fraud isn't actively trying to deceive you. It's almost like it's putting on a show for you. Why would it be going out of its way to put on this elaborate circus act for you?
The hell's entertainment?
Because it's in the audience.
I opened that fucking door and I hit like a. You ever seen like the gym kit, like the. You know, like when you're so scared you can't even let out a scream, like it's that bad. That like legitimately like had like, I don't know if you heard me rocking, like my chair rocking. That was me like legitimately just going like, God, my nose is fucking huge, dude.
If it wasn't already clear to you, like I just need to make sure we get this through your head. This is hell. Like all of this is hell. There are brief reminders here and there, but nothing is more obvious than this moment right here. And for someone who seemingly hates to be
that clock actually works too.
So much so that it literally kills whoever acknowledges its existence, it's certainly making its presence known to us. Maybe it's taken a liking to you.
Can you go back? I think that's fun, guys. Does anyone else think that's fun? You think that's fun? Loki, I kind of get why this takes so fucking long.
Face scan.
Oh, I thought he was dead. Okay, he's just a puppet. Okay, we're fine. There's a book there. Okay, turn up. God, my nose is so fucking big.
I think what it's trying to say here is that it's making a story out of us. And if that were the case,
that we're Hell's
set
puppet.
pieces in a very meta way is literally Hell setting the stage for us. It is telling us, the viewer, the story of humanity, the story of you. Humanity's dark reflection of deception, I guess. And I guess in a roundabout way, the culmination of V1's birth, I guess? We've got our setup, we've had our build up, now we just need a villain.
Give me a boss fight or something?
Mirror Reaper.
Ooh. 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 What the fuck? I want you
You suck.
I'm not a big rager. I'm not even a big angerer. It's all fucking sunshine and rainbows up here, buddy. But this is 21 minutes of a man slowly being chipped away, whittled down, stripped of everything he's worth.
Oh, that's me, but with the powers. So much that I actually ended the stream. I got pissed off so much I just quit. The interesting is I found out those hands also give you. He is also playing on Blue Rule, which probably isn't helping. You need to find a mirror, buddy. You need to find a mirror.
Where is it? I know you motherfuckers. I know you motherfuckers are gonna come. I'm not you. Fucking you.
Don't worry. You get shit on by the powers later.
Missed something here, or
the mirror.
It's just like a little bit of a skill check, and Brutal was a little bit too much for me. But this fight felt less so like it was about skill expression and more about rage repression. This motherfucker is so fast, so unparryable, so vertically and horizontally gifted. It's like, it's just too much for a guy like me to handle. He goes fucking invisible during his second half. And I'm supposed to be keeping track of this through mirrors? I literally won by just alternating between slides and high jumps. There was like zero actual skill involved. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what I was doing. All I know is that apparently I was doing damage.
Don't worry, guys. I can consistently beat the powers now. I've definitely beat the powers multiple times. The power triplets are fucking...
That was easy. That was easy. Yeah, I got that.
It's in the mirrors.
Got that after 33 minutes. I eventually figured it out.
And that motherfucker's dead. I'm fucking out of this godforsaken place.
Now you gotta do it with the powers.
I'm gonna fall down this thing and just go. I'm gonna be like right back in another level. Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's not as bad as I did.
Also, I'm not even gonna lie, the lore in this guy doesn't seem too impactful to the main story. It's mainly just the fact that he's made up of several different husks at once, and he might be a result of what happened to the people who got lost in Fraud, and seems to be the only consistent thing in Fraud, which would make sense considering the stage play theory that he and V1 would be like two acting anchors of sorts in this performance. Anyways, fuck that guy. Moving on to 8-3.
Now I got the powers.
This ain't no like.
Oh, he's gonna get the fake out.
This is big boy Ultrakill, dude. This feels actually different. Like, it feels something's changed. I don't know what they started taking us seriously or something.
That's what I got too. That's fucked. Get the fraud skybox. Drop down. Go on. I love that soundtrack though. But yeah, I saw a video. I don't know if I added it to my playlist of these videos I want to watch, but someone said that fraud throughout like fucking I can't even speak. I don't know. Oh, God. Alan, Smool and Franz. But fraud gets more and more hostile throughout as you progress. Like, it gets more and more corrupted. It gets more and more like fucking around, like until 8-3, where it's literally just like moving the level around infinitely. Like, it gets more and more. The non-Euclidean gets more and more non-Euclidean. Just to fuck with V1.
Break it. Oh no, it's a mismatch.
So we got the prologue, the opening act, the exposition, and now we got the crisis. Because this level's just straight up trying to fuck with you. If this is following the narrative structure of a stage play, then 8-3 serves as almost like a peek behind the curtains. In 8-1 and 8-2, at least the liminal spaces felt like rooms. In 8-3, the geometry just stops trying to even make sense. You're literally seeing the backstage of hell as it like reorients itself around you to create a pathway for you. You're watching the set be built in real time, essentially. I guess less built and more completely malfunction, because this shit is actually insane. You get to witness first.
Oh, dude, I got so confused with that bit with the prelude.
Annihilation of me as I was playing through this blind.
Still have yet to P-rank this level. Careful, you're gonna hit terminal velocity. I love the switching sections where it switches between layers. I find that so cool. Not this twisty bit, I hate the twisty bit. I hate that twisty bit. Where it like phases between layers. Haha. Stupid idiot.
This shit is hard, man. Doesn't help that my 7-year-old PC is running Facecam and Shadowplay and this game at the same time.
At least you're not having to fucking stream it on a laptop.
Oh my god.
But when you catch me lowering the settings of
yeah,
the
I had to lower my
graphics on a
settings as
game
well.
like Ultrakill, you should know something's up. That non-Euclidean shit's no joke, dog.
I hope that Treachery has no non-Euclidean. I wish it's like a regular. So I don't want to keep Fraud so unique. I want to keep Fraud unique.
I gotta slow down. I gotta stop. I keep on dashing around. I feel like he wants me to experience this at the speed at which it is intended.
I love this.
Here's a set piece I remember well. Now we're just missing Gabriel.
Gabriel, and what have you done with him?
Oh, it's the less cool Gabriel.
You know, I found out the voice actor for that, when she was doing Power's voice actor was actually pregnant when she was voicing Power. I don't know. I just thought I'd point that out.
These knockoff Gabriels are the Powers, and in the lore, they are literally knockoff Gabriels. They carry a prosthetic arm
Not really.
solely for the purpose of
More like made in Gabriel's image.
Like the archangel they worship. And in his absence, while Gabriel's kept his armor simple as a sign of discipline, the Powers have slipped into the vanity of the rest of heaven. They traded actual combat experience for ornate, shiny decorations, and the voice too, shouting out their lines, kind of like a mini-boss, but I mean, it kind of comes off more like a PowerPoint presentation combat. In traditional angelic hierarchy, the Powers occupy a very important and high-stakes role. In Dante's works, the Powers are essentially angelic guardians. They're warriors who are tasked specifically with the purpose of maintaining the border between heaven and hell, and keeping demons in check. Yet where are these guardians found in Ultrakill? In fraud. The angels meant to be the defenders of the divine order have become frauds themselves, cosplaying as their missing leader. A B-list stand-in for an actor that stormed off set. A fraud searching for a fraud.
Whew.
Fucking poetic. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it, but I don't fucking care. This shit practically writes itself. It's incredible. And while I'm in this area, I just wanted to take a second to briefly introduce you to what might be my favorite mechanic in any video game of all time.
Oh yeah, the terminal velocity is so funny. I love the terminal velocity. The terminal velocity is so fucking fun. Oh, my webcam's hiding its reaction. I love the challenge putting a power in the terminal velocity. There's no escaping Gabriel's children. Oh, we got a new robot slur from Power as well. Just another worthless object. Fucking slug terror shit. We got a new slur against clankers from Power. Because Gabriel gave us some good ones, but Power's giving us another one. Fuck, this one doesn't have the voice lines. God, I hate some of these wikis. I hate Phantom. Just give me wiki.gg. Actually, Phantom's got some good lore. Got some unique stuff dedicated to them. I actually do use Phantom a lot. There are two ones, they're probably the only one that I use interchangeably. Where is it? You piece of shit.
You piece of shit!
Here it is. Just
another worthless object. Just another worthless object.
What's this? I saw this when I was looking for the power names. What the fuck is this? Why is this on the wiki? No, never mind.
Drives himself so hard that he fucking erupted. Just look at the raw shock of witnessing this. It just doesn't get better than this.
I do find it enjoyable at 20, but it's just annoying when I'm trying to peering. I just have to sit there. It's annoying when I have to peering because I just have to sit there and wait for him to die, and I can't shoot him because it's impossible to hit something moving that fast.
Honestly, this level would be freaking awesome if it just wasn't for the performance issues. That did honestly take me out of the experience quite a bit.
Yeah, if the game, oh yeah, and the clipping. The clipping's a little bit fixed.
I legit think I gotta turn off my fucking recording for a minute so I can like try with it normal. Wait, I'll be right back. Also, sync, clap, clap, clap.
That and also clipping out of the map several times. I mean, I get there's crazy mechanics at play. I'm not like
majority of the clipping's been fixed, but the performance is still fucked.
But it was just annoying.
Yeah, I got really frustrated by that. That's the only thing that frustrated me. Because like the core belief, like I don't get angry at video games most of the time because like it's just skill. Like I'm shit. That's my fault. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at that. I just need to get good, but I'll get pissed off if the game's lagging. That's why I'm sucking. That's why I was so pissed off at the powers when I was fighting them, because the game was lagging so much, so bad frame drops. I was just pissed off so much. I just rage quit.
Malfunctioning? I don't know if malfunctioning is the right word, because Hell's creating this path for you. It's essentially guiding you through one of the most complex and vast layers.
It's just getting more and more hostile.
I'm pretty sure Hell is still completely in control. I was only able to clip that first part after I turned off my recording because I got to turn it back on for like 5 minutes.
I do like seeing Earth there.
Clips 1 minute. But just picture the sheer raw shock on a man's face after witnessing this for the first time, because what is this? What
He's probably going to talk about the spheres of heaven.
What does this have to do with anything?
Spheres of
Why are we
heaven?
even here? In the vacuum of space? I mean, I guess this is God's creation, but he's not here anymore.
The heavenly realm.
What's Hell trying to tell us?
The heavenly realm.
The stars weren't just stars.
They were heaven.
The 9 spheres of heaven. To Dante, ascending into the stars was the way you reached the Empyrean, which was the literal home of God. This all just...
That's not what the Empyrean is.
Lagartha for some reason. I swear I'm not a bad person. So seeing this in what would essentially be described as like the heart of 8.3, or I guess like...
And it's cool seeing Earth be wrecked from the new piece, how we saw it in... I don't know. What was it? The end of 6-2 cutscene. Dark 2 cutscene.
Fraud in general is a pretty cool narrative bait and switch, actually. You see, Hell isn't just showing us a spectacle here. It's essentially committing a fraud of its own. It's literally hijacking the image of God's kingdom to show us that the universe is a house with no owner anymore. And if God is the grand architect, then I guess the cosmos would be his masterpiece. But looking at it from the inside of 8.3 makes it feel less like a masterpiece and more like an abandoned set. God's absence, the heavenly spheres aren't so heavenly as much as they are quiet and
empty.
drifting. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. Who would be more powerful, more absolute of an authority?
So many angels are leaving heaven and going to hell as well.
Over the universe than Hell itself. If God was the only thing keeping her in check, then I guess it's all hers now. I mean, it's the ultimate irony. At the peak of heaven, that's when you realize that heaven that Dante wrote about isn't above us anymore. It's wherever Hell wants it to be. Well,
and that will leak into the Purgatorio lore, with Hell going to take over Purgatory because it's sending fucking shit into Purgatory to spread its fucking influence. I'm curious how Fraud's law will affect Purgatorio.
We finally made it through, only after about...
Oh my god.
Jesus. 50 fucking minutes. Maybe you should lay down or something. Well, doesn't matter. We made it through. I think.
Why did everyone's just slam stored up there? Everyone's just slam stored up there. No one got the skulls. Every YouTuber I saw just slam stored up there, and I went out of my way to get the skulls.
The end of our stage play.
You missed the Skibbity toilet reference. I got so pissed off at the Skibbity toilet reference in Ultrakill. Just absolutely disrespecting it.
If we've reached the climax, then I guess this would be...
I love the music. I don't like how they made it so it spins like that, you know, how like it's just like the surrounding goes around you. It's fine, it looks cool. When the Grand dies, it doesn't look as cool. It doesn't look like it's falling, it just kind of turns over and just kind of suspended in this sky.
The beast of Fraud, typically depicted as a beast-like man composed of bear paws, a wyvern body, a scorpion stinger, and the face of an honest man.
Yeah, the face of an honest man.
Yep.
You.
Got our guy. In Dante's Inferno, Geryon essentially serves as transport to Malabor, which I still can't fucking say. He's basically the bus you'd take to get to Fraud, right? Okay? Except now Hikita wants us to kill the bus. I mean, really? You want me to kill Garyon? One of the most
lad
iconic
himself?
characters in all of Greek mythology? I mean, dude, come on. Hikita even added his iconic giant vertical laser beam attack. And he also added his iconic giant vertical laser beam attack.
And his giant vertical laser beam.
Yeah, lore-wise, this guy's pretty fucking sick. He's essentially a failed experiment to create one body with multiple consciousnesses. And I mean, it's alive, so I guess it.
Good job, Hell.
But gameplay-wise, not the biggest fan. It took me 31 minutes.
Oh, come on,
It's
Grand was
basically the
fucking
same shit I
easy.
have to say about the Mirror Reaper, it's just beyond a certain point.
How did you beat the powers so well?
But also, maybe I'm bad. Both are not mutually exclusive. And I used a slab revolver. And
Yeah.
I had 2 jackhammers that I couldn't use. And I'm a fat fucking chud.
Like he uses the polar. The only slab he's using right, the only revolver he's using right, the piercer. Bro, use the fucking slab sharpshooter, bro. You don't have to charge it up. You can literally just tap the left thing and you got a full charge thing. I know you don't get idiots, I tell you. Why are you using a slab marksman? You look like an idiot. What the fuck? You'll get better at it, buddy. I mean, I play on brute. I play on violent, so I probably should shut the fuck up. I'm gonna play brutal through my pre-vamp playthrough, which still means I won't fucking. This ending was so good. I thought I was gonna get jumped. I honestly thought the Grand was gonna get up. Because I killed him so fast, so I thought the Grand was gonna get up and kill me. Because I went over to him and it's like, oh, his heart's still beating. He's alive. He's gonna fucking try and kill me. Shut up, Alarm.
It was all
Fake. Fraud. A fraud.
Oh my god, bro. Fraud.
As Garyon dies, he doesn't just fall. He just straight up, like, collapses onto a statue of himself, killed by the impersonation of himself. And that's it. Stage is set. Performance over. Bow, stand, clap, do whatever you gotta do. And I mean, this just confirms everything. Hell isn't just a location. I mean, it's everything. I mean, in the books, fraud is so vast and complex that no one is able to navigate it on their own. Dante needed the help of Virgil, who is literally like the guide of hell. It's a labyrinth that's designed to break you, to consume you. Yet, here we are, being led by hand through non-Euclidean geometry as if it's some sort of linear path. Hell wants us to make it through. Hell wants us in treachery. Hell wants us to meet
People say, like, it's gonna be Lucifer, but, like, didn't Akita say himself that it isn't gonna be Lucifer?
I wanted to save this secret for the end, because I feel like it puts a bow on my theory for where Ultrakill's story is going to go for its finale. After finding a secret room where you fight your way through 2 ferrymen, you'll find a book that tells us everything we need to know about where treachery is going, and how this story is going to end. This is Hell's Manifesto.
I didn't find this book. The fuck? V2? Imagine. The fuck is it? And there can't be 2 ferrymen. Lies for the weak. I can't understand a word this is fucking saying. I'll just go do it myself. Oh, there is a secret boss. Secret boss. 2 ferrymen. Where are they? They're in disintegration loop. Like full bosses. Radeska and Agnes. Oh, they're probably fucking... Just like how... Oh, it's just like how each layer has a dual fight. Each act has a dual fight. Agony and Tundra. Angry and Rude. Why I gotta do that? I'll probably do that when Radeska and... Oh, Radeska's a red ferryman. Oh, finally we found out where the red... Finally found out where the red skulls come from. Oh, it's where you put both skulls down. I've done that a million times and still not noticed. I'll do that when I get the secret level comes out. I'll do that, and then... Oh, that's where that comes from. Okay, now can you say that in English, please? Or can you just explain it to me?
Just go through this line by line.
Please.
This is going to get a little wordy. I'll try to dumb it down a little bit in my translation. But this feels important. More important than almost anything. Not because of what it's saying to V1, but because of what I think it's trying to say to you. You are the ancient enemy, anti-gone with the wind. Our natural state of being is violence, no matter what is destroyed in the process. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. War is the only will. And if there is peace, it is only because man is too weak to exact said will. 1,000 roads lead men through the ages to blood. In denial of their own violent nature, humanity sought to build a new false paradise. But death fertilizes the soil.
No. That's not good.
There is no growth without consumption. Everything consumes everything. But knowing this is still not the ultimate truth. Your minds only see reality in binary, on and off, good and bad, like the shadows of Plato's cave. You are too fickle. Your mind
break their shields, you dumbass. Thank you.
There are 39 states of existence, each with their own unique
really pissed me off.
Suffering. Post-finity. I have grown bored. Human reason is a rather limiting tool to enact suffering.
What is happening?
Lucifer, my love, I am going to introduce you to my newest form of suffering. Gabriel isn't the final boss of treachery. I mean, think about it. Gabriel has spent the last 2 acts finding his own will, killing the council, and forsaking heaven. He's becoming a person, not
becoming a prime soul.
Tool. He is no longer God's will as much as he is just Gabriel. And in my opinion, that makes him the perfect candidate for the prime soul of P3. The ultimate expression of a will that defied both heaven and hell. Just think about it. We fight Gabriel in 9-1. The council captures him, makes him pay for what he's done, imprisons him after determining that his free will is too dangerous, turns him into a prime soul. Oh my god. The final boss of the game has to be the old love himself, Lucifer, at the bottom of treachery.
I swear, Hakita said somewhere that we're never going to fight Lucifer. Lucian's saying for ambiguous enough that it depends on. People are expecting to get an afterlife, but where do you fucking say it? Oh, Hakita never deconfirmed Lucifer. Oh, okay. Guess I was wrong.
The direct epicenter of hell, Lucifer sits, encased in ice, where I would assume hell's influence is strongest. Hell is literally leading us to the bottom of the pit to discard its original protagonist. It wants to watch its new toy tear up its old love. Just to briefly experience what one of these new states of suffering could possibly be. Hell knows the end is near, and it's not just going to sit idly by. It's trying to have fun with it. The play's almost over, guys. And Hell's just sitting in the front row, waiting for the lights to go out with us.
More about Purgatory.
It's a really roundabout way of saying the entire story is just V1 answering a booty call from Hell to replace his old side chick. I'm going the fuck to bed. Good night, guys.
The Purgatory. What about Purgatory? The Purgatory. Anyways. Wow. Okay. No, some crazy fucking shit. Seriously. That was a fucking good video. Fucking breezy. Only got 1,000 subs. Jesus Christ. People, go subscribe to this guy, even though I don't have much more. I don't have much. I actually have less, but this is fucking incredible shit. This is incredible shit. Go watch it. Go subscribe to this guy. Actually, I'm just gonna do it right now. Alright, well, I gotta go to bed. So yeah, make sure to subscribe or follow if you're watching on Twitch. Join the Discord server, links in the description below. And go subscribe to Javio Plays. Please, it's only got 9 subs. I need it. Okay, bye.